out of. Which people, according to the Bible, are going to be redeemed? Read that in Isaiah 59.
This is Isaiah chapter 50, 59 and 20. And the Redeemer shall come to Zion, and unto them that turn from transgression in Jacob, saith the Lord.
So the people are going to be redeemed out of every people, tongue, and nation. Are Israelites scattered amongst every people, tongue, and nation?
And it says, verse 10, and has made us unto our power kings and priests.
And had made us unto our power kings and priests. Now, which people, according to the Bible, are prophesied to be kings and priests? The whole Revelation is chapter 7 and 9.
Exodus 19 and 6, and ye shall be unto me a kingdom of priests and an holy nation. They are the words which thou shalt speak unto the children of Israel.
So these are the words which thou shalt speak to the children of Israel. So those who are redeemed from all peoples, tongues, and nations are Israelites scattered amongst all. And really, that's a pre-understanding and breakdown, right? Jake. So that's a pre-understanding and breakdown, right, of Revelation 7.
Mm-hmm. This is Revelations chapter 7 and 9.
Because this scripture here, boy, these Christians, they just hold on to that, boy. So as soon as that comes out, boy, they lose their minds. Go ahead, read that.
Revelation 7 and 9. After this I beheld, and lo, a great multitude which no man could number, of all nations and kindreds and people and tongues, stood before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed with white robes and palms in their hands, and cried with a loud voice, saying, this is Revelation 7 and 9. And after this I beheld, and lo, a great multitude which no man could number, of all nations.
Okay, see now, as soon as you hear that, boy, as soon as you hear that, you just lose your mind. All nations. But it's the same thing, out of Revelation 5 and 9, boy.
Hey, jump to verse 4.
Oh yeah, read verse 4. Oh yeah.
This is Revelation 7 and 4. And I heard the number of them which were sealed, and there were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel.
So exactly. So when you read that, in verse 4, it speaks about those who were the prophets, who were the elect, 144,000 who were sealed. When you jump to verse 9, right, because in the scriptures you have a thing called the elect, the prophets of the Lord, and guess what? That 130. Those are you right, bro? Yes. You sit down and get some water, right? Right?
Wearing a trousers,
Finish up. Alright, this is
so again, when you jump to verse 9, it's saying the same thing in what? Isaiah chapter 11 and 11, in Baruch 4, in Matthew 28. Can gather his elect from the four corners, of the earth, from Assyria, from Paphros. Jake scattered amongst all nations who are going to be saved, right?
This is jumping up to verse 9. After this I beheld, and lo, a great multitude which no man could number, of all nations and kindreds and people and tongues.
Same thing it says in Revelation 5 and 9,
stood before the throne and before the Lamb.
So you're going to tell me a bunch of heathens going to stand before the throne and before his son? You're going to have a fucking actual fucking Edomite when we stand in front of the throne of the Lord, bro. Right?
It says clothed with white robes and palms in their hands.
Someone get that one in Revelation 19 where it says the white robes, the righteous, the saints. Now keep going from where you're going.
So it says, and palms in their hands, and cried with a loud voice, saying, Salvation to our power.
So these guys of all nations, peoples, and tongues are saying salvation to our power. Come on, man.
But the name of the Lord is dreadful among the heathen.
Yeah, it makes so much sense. Come on, man. So what did the scripture say? Israel shall be saved in the Lord with an everlasting salvation. These people are saying salvation unto our power, man.
Saying salvation to our power, which sitteth upon the throne, and unto the Lamb. And all the angels stood round about the throne, and about the elders and the four beasts, and fell before the throne on their faces and worshipped Yahweh, saying, Amen, blessing and glory, and wisdom and thanksgiving, and honor, and power, and might be unto our God forever and ever. Amen. And it says, and one of the elders answered, saying unto me, What are these which are arrayed in white robes? And whence came they? And I said unto him, Sir, thou knowest. And he said to me,
Yes, here in it. It's this one.
He says, These are they which came out of great tribulation, and have washed.
Read Revelation chapter 19 and 8. Yeah, it was a Revelation 19.
This is Revelations 19 and 8. And to her was granted that it says, and to her was granted that she should be arrayed in fine linen, clean and white.
Because if you go back to Revelation 7, it speaks about all these guys of all nations in white.
And it says, for the fine linen is the righteousness of saints.
So them white garments they were wearing was also a representation of the righteousness of saints. So who are the saints? So basically saying those same guys of all nations are saints. So who's the saints? Yeah, that is Psalm 148. Psalm 50. But the original Psalm. And then, because guess what? All of this ties back in to the scattering. Because guess what? Every precept that we're reading is happening right now.
Why we have to do Old Testament? We need to do New Testament because Jesus Christ, because of us, that we do His works, His Testament. Why we need to do Old Testament?
Psalms 40 and 7.
I want to ask you a question.
Psalms 40 and 7.
When Christ walked upon the earth, right? When he was in the temple teaching, he opened up a book and said, in this day has this prophecy being fulfilled. Where was that prophecy from?
From Old Testament to
Exactly.
Psalms 40 and 7.
But
If we don't have to read the Old Testament, why did he read it?
because in the New Testament there is a verse.
I got Psalms chapter 40 and 7. Then said I, Lo, I come in the volume of the book, it is written of me.
That's right. So the actual Lord follows the Old Testament too. Because I want to ask you this as well. If the Lord didn't follow the Old Testament, why did he keep the Passover?
But we don't,
Why did he keep the
may
Passover?
not do Old Testament because there is written
Why
we
did he
have
keep
to
the
kill
Passover?
people who
Why did he
do
keep the
wrong,
Passover?
and we may not kill.
Why did he keep the Passover?
And New Testament we have to do.
Why did he
this
keep the
work.
Passover?
We have to leave our animals.
Why did he keep the Passover?
What?
When he was on the on the table with his
On the cross.
No. I'm saying his
Last Supper.
that last supper, right?
Last Supper.
Yeah, yeah. You know, the owner was eating food on the table. Upper room. Well, basically, according to the scriptures, the Lord
Okay.
kept the Passover.
Do you agree with me now?
No, I don't
May-
agree.
Just a minute.
But what? Talk.
May God forgive us all and lead God from heaven on His real way. Not you, not I, but God may lead us on His real way.
Yeah.
Do you agree with me?
But to do that,
Not you and
but
not
but to do that, you need to follow the Old Testament and the New Testament.
That's right.
Read that
Old
Matthew 5.
Testament is
Matthew, listen to the words.
forbidden to
Hey.
kill other people. And
prove
in
that?
Old Testament it said,
Can you prove that?
kill your enemy.
Sorry, can I say something?
It's forbidden to do what is written in Old Testament.
In the kingdom of heaven,
Forbidden.
in the kingdom of heaven,
And don't
in the kingdom of heaven, sorry,
we
no,
kill
sorry,
to kill
sorry.
adulteries.
Sorry.
Who
In
me-
kingdom of
who
heaven-
does adultery. It's
go
forbidden to do nowadays.
It's not forbidden.
We have
It's
to
not expedient.
love our
Just go away.
enemy.
In the kingdom of heaven, what
I
law are we
love
going to go
you.
by?
I love
What law
you
are we
very
going to go
much.
by?
And
What law are we
I'm
going to go
saying
by in the
we need
kingdom?
to do New Testament.
She said, I love you. What's love?
New
Esau.
Testament. Old Testament, there is
Esau,
things
stop talking now.
we may
She's
not
probably a
to
Jake,
do.
man.
God
Nah,
may
she's
bless you.
Cause she passionate. Cause she passionate
put in
about
order,
it.
man.
You too, me and too.
That's a black woman, man. She passionate about
Don't
it.
worry, you're gonna get your melanin back, and you're gonna be put in order, man. You're gonna have an Israelite husband. You're gonna keep your mouth stum. Yeah,
Matthew 5 and verse
that was a nigga
17.
woman, man. That was just like the Polish woman that came to the vodka.
Think not that I have come to destroy the law or the prophets.
So he just said it. Like, bruv, I didn't come here to destroy the law.
I just want to make a point, man. Because I was going to say to me, in the kingdom, man, we're going to be keeping the law, right? And that law is the law of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. And we're going to go back to dealing death for adultery and for being homosexual and all that kind of stuff, man. We can't do that now because we're in captivity. We're not in the kingdom. We're in the wicked kingdom. So we can't you can't do those things. It's not expedient. We're under captivity, under the law of this country or this nation, Esau system. So we can't do the law as is prescribed, man. But in the kingdom, that's what we're gonna do. Simple as that.
Yeah, man. You know, because really, she's just talking out of emotions. And that church, you know, that church doctrine, innit? I mean, if you push for so many years, so she bugged out. But read that, man.
Think not
It's funny because anytime you ask people like 2 questions, they just start over talking you, rambling. You just ask the one question. If we are not to read the Old Testament, why did he read the Old Testament? Let's say in this day this has been fulfilled.
What about the prophecies from the Old Testament? The so-called Old Testament, man. Not all of them have been fulfilled yet, man. So there's still things waiting to come to pass. Okay, so it's still valid. Otherwise, Yahweh Shai wouldn't have quoted it. The apostles wouldn't have quoted it. So all things is for our learning, man. With the old and new, man. You know what I'm saying? It's for our understanding. Because without the Old Testament, you don't get understanding, man. That's just real bad. That's why people don't have understanding these scriptures, because they don't understand the Old Testament. They don't understand the prophecies. So they can't link up the scripture with the New Testament. They don't understand what Yahweh Shai was talking about. That's why everybody else was confounded when the Lord was speaking, because they didn't have no understanding. It's the same as today. Okay, they disregard the whole word. Go on now.
Matthew 15 and 17.
Get
5
Matthew
and 17.
13, things new and old.
Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill.
But to fulfill, man. But to fulfill the Old and New Testament. Hey, man, the scripture says, if you love me, keep my commandments.
That's right.
That's in the Old Testament.
Isn't it that old school track from, I think it was Brownstone, man? They go, if you love me, say it, and do it, innit? Do it. Yeah. You know, do it. You gotta do it,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Prove it. Hey, but that's the point, man. You know, if you love the Lord, do it.
You gotta prove it, man.
Do what you say what you do.
Prove all things and hold fast to that which
That's right. Okay, that's what you gotta do with these scriptures, man. You can't just, oh yeah, I read it and yeah, I'll do what I wanna do. You know, that's not showing love, man. That's just showing ignorance, man. Go on, man. Go on up.
So is that 1 John 5 and 3?
says, For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law
Now
till
pass.
all be fulfilled.
To all be fulfilled. So that proves the law still in the law still in effect, man. You know what I mean? And it's just you got that Matthew.
This is Matthew chapter 13 and 52. Then said he unto them, therefore every scribe which is instructed unto the kingdom of heaven is
And what actually starts off the actual kingdom of heaven is the word. Right? Go ahead.
It says, which is instructed unto the kingdom of heaven is like unto a man that is an householder, which bringeth forth out of his treasure things new and old.
So out of this Bible, which is our treasure, there are things new, and there are things that are old.
These scriptures can never be outdated, man. Can never be outdated, man. This book is forever, man. The law and everything is forever. Okay, so there's no time, any time to discard any word of the scriptures, man. This is all, hey, past, present, future as we go, man. Living waters. Okay.
And really, you know these Christians, man. If you ask them, what is the Old Testament? What is the New Testament? We'll bug them out. They'll be like, it's, you know, from Genesis to, you know what I mean? And from Matthew to Revelation, you know. No, the actual Old Testament is the Old Covenant that was made with the 12 tribes of Israel. The New Testament is the new covenant made with the 12 tribes of Israel.
And it says it there.
Exactly.
So why are you getting bugged up?
But how it was separated to understand the time periods. It was titled the Old Testament and the New Testament, right?
And the apostles never did that.
The apostles didn't do that.
That's you know, men did that when they was putting it together, man.
Yeah.
You know, just like brother was saying, to put it in some sort of order and to know when the Lord came upon the scene.
Yeah.
That's what it was, man. The apostles never separated no books and say, oh yeah, we don't need those books no more. Man, they were quoting from the Old Testament, man, the so-called Old Testament. That's the books they were using into their parts, you know.
It's just simple as that. It's the exact same song anyway, because everything from the Old Testament and the New Testament is one. Look, the Old Testament says, Genesis speaks about all these heathen being under the foot of Israel. Revelation 13:9 says, he that leadeth in captivity shall go into captivity. And Revelation 2 says you get power over these nations. So that's the same song in Genesis and in Revelation. The first book and the last book. How about
You also got blessed be you, blessed thee,
yeah.
and cursed thee, who curseth thee, man. And what's happened to us? We've been trodden under foot by these nations, man, so they're going to get cursed. So what we're saying should be no surprise, man. Your judgment's coming. Okay? They ain't no way to turn that back. The Lord said what he said.
Yep. Nowhere to run to, baby.
This is Revelations chapter 22 and 7. Behold, I come quickly. Blessed is he that keepeth the sayings of the prophecy of this book.
Yeah. And this book is one book, man. That's why it's called the volume of the book. And also scripture tells you, man, none of these shall fail thee, man. You know, because the Lord gathered these books together. Okay, that's why we had the volume. Okay, this is why the whole scriptures represents Yahweh Shai, the Lord's word. Okay, so you can't take parts and discard it, man. That was the Lord's word. You can't discard nothing the Lord said. That's impossible, man. You can ignore it, but that doesn't mean that it's not you know, been put in stone. You can't get around that, man. That's why you get upset when you bring out these so-called ancient scriptures, man, that cut you to hell. Because you want to go based on what you've been taught, and because you've only really been taught, well, I say taught, you've been told sort of the New Testament about all this peaceableness and all that kind of stuff. You don't really understand the nitty-gritty of the scriptures, man. You don't understand the deep depths of the whole story. That's why when you read the New Testament, you don't have understanding to really link up what the Lord is speaking about. That's why no one else understood what he was saying.
Bro, these people they're ignorant and dumb. Because in the Old Testament, it tells you that the Lord made a covenant with Israel. In the New Testament, it tells you in John 3:16 that for God so loved the world. When you break that word down, it means Israel. It's talking about a selective group of people. It's not talking about the whole entire world. Otherwise, I had a whole different Greek name there, a Greek meaning. It's cosmos right there. So it's talking about Israel. From Genesis to the Book of Revelation, it's all about the nation of Israel.
Because the